Hello. What's up? What's going on out there, everybody, this Sunday afternoon? Welcome to our Sunday's edition of Real Talk for Real Men. We are live every Sunday and every Wednesday. And here at Real Talk for Real Men, we cover topics relating to relationships. So if this is your first time joining, we welcome you to come on even as a visitor. We try to keep it light on Sundays where we kind of discuss, fun, typical topics. And on Wednesdays, we tackle things that are a little bit more serious of nature. But we do it in a very real way, very honest, direct way. I will say that the opinions shared on Real Talk belong to us and us alone. Me in particular, I am your host, Lee Black. So sometimes some of the things I say may come across very harsh. Charge it to my head, not to my heart. You can find our show as part of the TFG network of shows on YouTube and on Facebook. If you look under the umbrella of TFG, you will find us under TFG Ratchet and YouTube TFG Uncut. We have that rating because, again, we discuss things in a very direct, frank, honest way. Sometimes the language is a little bit colorful. Sometimes the topics are controversial, but this is how we do it. This is how we've been doing it. And so with that said, as part of the TFG family, we are part of a plethora of shows. We got everything you need. So welcome. If this is your first time, we invite you to like, comment, share our show. Let me bring in my host from Memphis. This is Mick Mac, Tasha. What's going on, Tasha?
What's going on, Black? How are you?
I am getting there. When I initially started, I didn't see anybody, and I was thinking about the song "It's My Party," and I started thinking I'm the only one who showed up. I got a little happy, to be honest with you, initially. I got a little happy. I was thinking that maybe everybody would be busy today. You happen to know this. I'll share this with the fans out there. I am in the midst of physically moving, so everybody know how stressful that can be. And I start a new gig on Monday, so I would have actually taken a bow tonight. But since I see I got my family in the house, we're going to make it do what it do. This is my brother Ken, all the way from Texas. What's going on, my brother?
What's going on, my peoples? What's going on, Tasha? How you all doing?
We doing all right, my brother. How are you today?
Good. I got to do something real quick. I got to get this out the way. Got to give her a shout out. She probably ain't going to ever see this. She might stumble upon it in her later years, but I got to give a shout out to my grandbaby. Today, she turns a big 8 years old. She's getting her skating on, and she's getting cake tossed up. So
I love it.
Happy born day, Nala. Enjoy your day.
Happy birthday, baby.
Happy birthday,
baby. From Real Talk. All right.
Yes, sir.
And then, of course, I got my brother from North Carolina, Mr. Burt. What's happening, my brother?
What's going on, beautiful people? Did I hear somebody turn 8?
Yeah.
All turned out with another reason to drink.
Hey, Bert, and I got me a little red cup with a little of the bubbly in it for her 8.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm not drinking.
I ain't got nothing to drink, but I got
coffee today.
Okay, cool.
But we definitely wish you happy birthday, sweetheart. And I love that you did that, brother Ken, because you know what? You don't get time back, my brother.
No, you don't. Definitely. She's growing so fast, man. It's just crazy how quickly time flies, and we really take it for granted. So
absolutely. Yeah. So we won't do that here. So happy birthday. So we're going to jump into our subject today. As you guys know, on Sundays, we try to keep it light. So we've all heard of the strawberry letters. If you're familiar with that term, I think it was pretty popularized. I know in particular on the Steve Harvey morning show, where the lady, she reads these letters from viewers that call in, and they talk about all these really crazy, odd situations, and then the panel kind of discusses. So we thought we'd have a little fun in doing that today. So we're going to be visiting some strawberry letters. I have not pre-screened these. I have not listened to them. I don't know what these are about, but the setup, from what I understand, is on TikTok, so it's pretty short as she lays out the quick letter. So if we have to, we'll play it twice so that we can really soak in what's going on in the situation, and then we'll just kind of give our opinion. And that's all this is really going to be. You know, what would we do, how we see the situation. And so as viewers, as you're popping in, welcome to Real Talk. Today we're going to be doing strawberry letters, and we're going to be doing it Real Talk style. So let's go ahead on, and I'm going to share my screen, and that's going to pull up, and we'll select the first letter, and we're going to get it popping from here. All right. All right. So, of course, I always have to ask, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Well, we might as well start with the very first one. Let's see what this lady has to say.
She got one more time. Dear Stephen Shirley, I've been dating a great man for almost 6 months. It was a long distance relationship at first, but I moved to his city 3 weeks ago. I have an aunt that lives in this city, and I'm living with her temporarily. My boyfriend gave me a key to his apartment and told me to make myself at home, so I stay with him most of the time. His mother has a key to his apartment too, and she comes and goes as she pleases. She usually stops by after work to have a glass of wine and chill while the traffic dies down. If she doesn't see my boyfriend's car, she comes on in and won't even speak to me. If I've cooked, she'll make a plate. If we have leftovers, she'll make a plate. She doesn't talk to me, and she doesn't ask before she eats our food. After a few visits from her, I asked my boyfriend why she only comes by when I'm there by myself. He laughed and said that his mother doesn't trust me, so she comes to keep an eye on me. I guess she thinks I'm a thief and her son has money hidden in the walls of his tiny one-bedroom apartment. I decided to ask her if she had a problem with me, and she got up in my face and told me that I was a stranger and didn't nobody tell me to move to her city and try to marry her son. While she talked, she was spitting food particles my way from between her spaced out brown teeth. My boyfriend walked in the nick of time. I told him his mom has one more time to ignore me in his house and eat something I cooked or bought without asking. He agreed with me and asked his mama to give him his house key, but she refused to. He's been joking about his mom jumping on me, and I don't find that funny at all. Should I break up with him? Yes, break up with him.
Okay.
His mama already told you.
I'm going to stop sharing right there. What do you guys think? So if I'm getting the gist of this, welcome Hannah to the show. You know,
what's up, Hannah?
So, you know, you guys help me understand if I'm understanding the layout of this particular strawberry letter. You have a young lady who moved to a strange city that her boyfriend is in. She has an aunt that lives in the city as well, but she stays most of the time at the boyfriend's house, and he's given her a key to his place. So financially, she stays there most of the time. The mother of the boyfriend, she has a key as well, and comes with no notice, comes and goes as she please. But whenever she comes in, she doesn't speak to the girlfriend. She comes and goes as she please. And if there's food there, which the girlfriend has cooked, she will eat the food, but she still won't say anything to the girlfriend. And so obviously at this point, the girlfriend decided to confront the mother and ask, why don't she like her? And the mother revealed that, I don't trust you. You had no business moving to this city to try to marry my son. And then the boyfriend walked in. At this time they was having this confrontation. The boyfriend sided with the girlfriend, pretty much asking the mom, does she need to respect the girlfriend? The mother obviously is not refused. In fact, the son said, you know what? Give me back my key. The mother refused. And the son jokes about the mom may jump on you, you know, so you can imagine how that goes. So the girlfriend now is wondering, should she break up with the boyfriend because clearly she feels disrespected by the mother. What do you guys make of this?
She's in a no-win situation. At this point, go to your aunt's house and don't go back over there. I mean, because obviously the boyfriend is going to. I mean, just from what I listened to, she ain't giving her son the key back, so she gonna keep the key. Obviously, he ain't gonna wrestle that. He can't wrestle that away from his mama first of all. Number two, you know, you just a girlfriend. I'm just gonna go and keep it funky. You ain't the wife. So I mean, technically she don't have to respect you, really. So my suggestion to this young lady is go to your aunt's house. Leave it, you know, you ain't gonna win that situation.
But do you think she should break up with the boyfriend based on?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else? What do you feel differently about this?
I actually heard this letter on the Steve Harvey Morning show, and now hearing it again, I kind of got a second opinion. I honestly, listening to it, I don't even know why she would even. I don't think she should break up with him, but I don't even know why she came to town. No job, just living with your aunt. Like she started off on the wrong foot anyway, and I think that the mom sees that too, and not the mom did overstep her boundaries. But I feel like they both, or he did try to correct the mom. So I don't think she should break up with him because he did try to correct his mom. It's not like he just let his mom stay and do anything. He did tell his mom, you know, what should be done. But he should have. He wanted a relationship even before this person came in here. He should have been correct, gave his mom a little bit of boundaries before it even escalated, because the mom feels as though that's her house too, and it's not.
But to be clear, you do not think they should break up.
I don't think she should break up with him for that reason.
Okay.
Because he did say something to his mother.
Okay. Okay. Tasha or Bert, either one of you want to chime in? Something different?
I'll go. I think that they should break up, and she should slap the shit out of the mama first. That's what I think. But that's just, you know, that's just my attitude. But but in all seriousness, they need to break up. This isn't going to get any better. Obviously, the mother is one of those who's like, I'm going to be the most important woman in my son's life. So she's always going to feel like she's going to be better, no matter who it's with. She's always going to, you know, think that she holds that role. So this is only going to get worse. It's not going to get any better. So leave. And because he's already showing you that he don't really have a backbone. Because he half-ass attempted to get the key back from him. Because let's be honest, if you really wanted that key back, you could demand that key back.
Okay, interesting take.
Or change the locks. He could change the locks. At that point, he could change the locks too. So.
Okay, very good information. Bert, what do you add to this, my brother?
I think mom is just marking her territory a little bit there, because then she said that she didn't trust her, but then you eating her food.
Right.
Right.
So mom might be trying her a little bit, and some people just can't be tried like that. So I mean, the way I'm looking at it is like this: if it's to a point, because I do believe that the boyfriend did half-ass it when it came to telling the mom and then demanding the key. But to tell you the truth, I think she might need to step away from this, because you don't want to mess up the relationship between the son and the mother. Now I believe that she could probably hang in there, but if she's looking at it from a different point of view, she could look at it, listen, if it's this contentious right now, and I'm not doing nothing to your son, and I'm cooking, doing everything I'm supposed to do, and you still coming at my neck, and I'm still just showing you much respect, it might not get any better. And it's about what she can tolerate. And if she's contemplating it, then I think we need to just go ahead, because she could have looked at it a different way, like, oh yeah, he did defend me, and don't write the letter at all. But maybe she felt the same way. Maybe she felt like, oh, you did it halfway, but didn't go all the way for me. So I don't know if I can really deal with it. So yeah, I think she's gonna have to speak.
Okay. Good. All good points and all valid. I'm going to speak to this on a very personal level, because I experienced the nature of this. And for me, this comes down to that question we see so much on social media: who do you put first? Mm-hmm. Now I love what you pointed out, Brother Kenny. She's not a wife. So let's start right there first off the bat. She is not a wife. So there is a difference between a girlfriend and a wife. So in my opinion, I'm going to give it my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they're heading towards that way, fantastic. But here's my thing: is I'm looking at the situation, I'm playing it all out in my head. You have a son who has an apartment. He loves his mom. He loves his girlfriend, because you have to love him enough to trust him enough to give him a key to your place. And he's might be even to be a mama's boy. For all we know, maybe the mom has been coming in, cleaning up. Maybe she's been the one cooking for the son. And now she is somewhat being replaced by this girlfriend that's moved to the city and taking over that role. And to whoever point they made, maybe nobody's going to be good enough for her son. Having said that, what I respect about the boyfriend is that even though she is not a wife yet, he did speak up for her, because so many times I have personally witnessed where the person, they don't even speak up to their mom and try to defend them, that, hey, wait a minute, you're wrong, mom. You have to respect it. Now, I like what you said at the end, Kenny. You can't wrestle the key from your mom. You can demand it, but if she flat out refuses, so you know what? Sometimes to handle a situation a different way, you're not going to give me the key. There's a simple fix to this. I'll just change the lock. Right. You know what I'm saying? Now, what it comes down to answer the girl's question is, how much do you love her? And here's the reason why I say that. Sometimes you can step into a situation and it doesn't matter what you do. The mama's not going to like you. But guess what? You're not marrying the mom. You're marrying the son. And sometimes you have to, just like if mom's going to be a junkyard dog, you got to mark your territory too. I married someone that my mom did not like. My mom and sisters, outside of my sister Sherry, my mother and sisters did not like my wife. My wife was called all kinds of bitches and this and that. Now, y'all know who I am. So I threw that right back. My wife ain't gonna be no bitches and hoes. You some bitches and hoes. And it's a real conversation that we had, including I said this to my mother. Now, the thing of it is, I can only defend my wife up to a point. Do you know why I married this woman who stood all of about 4'8" and about 120 pounds? She was nobody's pushover. My wife stood her ground, and that's what I loved about her, is that she wasn't going to let you disrespect her. And I love that, because I've always maintained it would be great to be liked by somebody's family. She married me. She was fucking me. She wasn't fucking mama and sisters. She was fucking me. And so she stood her ground. So it came down to, sometimes when you're a couple and you're going to make that decision, you have to make that decision early on. Is it really going to be you and I against the world? Or are we going to let outside influences affect us and be able to throw us off of the trajectory that we going? So for me, it depends on how much she loves the guy, because mama may never like you. And I'm not even mad with mama. Mama might be defending her territory and feeling replaced. And for all we know, maybe the son has brought home a succession of worthless bitches. Maybe he makes bad decisions with women. So maybe mama's looking out for him. She may or may not be the one. And so I kind of look at the totality of the situation, and having lived through that, this is at the time when my marriage was at its absolute strongest, was when me and my wife knew that if nobody else got us, we didn't need anybody. We had us. My marriage literally dissipated when we stopped being that to each other. When we had hit that stage of where we thought we made it, we were making serious money. We had all this material shit, and we let it drift away because we thought we had conquered it all. Well, I can sit here and tell you now, I always tell people, I can't tell you what works to make a perfect marriage. I can tell you what don't. So I will admonish people this, and I will say this to you: never stop having each other's back, being each other's best friend, and realizing if that's the person you walking with, nobody, when you have that three-stranded cord, and I'm adding 3 because you got to put God in there, nothing. Fuck everybody else. It's you and that person. And so it depends on how much you love them. That's my take for what it's worth. So,
okay.
All right. We're going to go into another situation. So I'm going to pick one at random. We're going to go to number 3. I don't want to go down the list and just pick the number 2. I don't know if the number 2 story is good or not, but we're going to go to number 3 and see what this lady is talking about on the playlist. All right. Let's see. Here we go.
Subject: he picked the wrong sister. Dear Stephen Shirley, about 2 years ago, I messed around with my sister's husband after a drunken night out. I made him swear that nothing would ever happen between us again. We managed to stay away from each other, but he would text me often begging for just one more night with me. He would tell me how sexy I am and I'm the best he's ever had and he's with the wrong sister and all of that. I enjoyed that night very much and have not been able to get him off my mind either. He has beautiful dark skin and hazel eyes and is very gifted with his tongue. Whenever I was at my sister's house, I would look at him and replay that night over and over in my head. Then go home and take care of business by myself
All right.
while fantasizing about him. In April, we all went out and celebrated my sister's birthday, and the whole night he undressed me with his eyes. He called me the next day, and we both agreed that we couldn't take it anymore. He got us a hotel room, and we made love over and over again. It was all that I had remembered, plus some. We talked about how it feels so right with us. And then he gave me some shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Like, if he'd met me first, we'd be together. I don't feel guilty about sleeping with him, but I know I'm a terrible human being. Whenever he leaves, I get sad and I long to have a man just like him. He said he loves me and wants me in his life, but it's complicated. I know that if my sister ever found out, our relationship is over for life. I know things like this happen in movies, but this is my real life. Should I tell him we should go for it and see what happens? Or do I deal with the heartbreak and let my sister have her husband back?
All righty, folks. All righty, folks. Yeah, I'm looking. Everybody head shaking. Who even want? I don't think I have to recap what's going on here.
This is bad.
I do. I don't think I have to recap what's going on here. Who even want to begin on this one?
I'll go.
Oh, we're starting with Hannah. I got a feeling this was gonna build to the nice
to the crescendo.
Go ahead, Hannah, because you're gonna be nice. Go ahead.
I will beat my sister ass first of all. Even if I heard this letter and had an inkling, I'm beating her up on site. Like, I don't care if you at work, I'm punching you over the cash register. It does not matter because she's trifling and foul. Second of all, I'm gonna go to the end of the letter. Get him back. You never had him. You had a piece of his penis. You had no part of him. That's a part of the game. You know, shoulda, coulda, woulda, whatever. Like you said, you're trifling for even wanting to sleep with your sister's husband. He never wants you. He wants a piece of ass. It must be good, and he doesn't want it that often because if you think about it, she didn't say we do it every day. We do it every week. No, so when he can't get it from somewhere else, he know you will pass around. I could come slide and get it, and thank you for the ass, tell you what you need to hear, and I leave. So for her to even think that that's okay, and then you say, I want a man like him. You want a man that cheats on his wife with his sister, it's his sister-in-law. And that's the man of your dreams, a trifling individual. But why wouldn't it be? Because she's a trifling bitch. So why wouldn't it be?
Tell us how you really feel, huh?
Word. Word.
that kind of was a drop the mic moment, but
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, word. I don't even know what to add to that. You know, real talk.
I was asking some stuff, but that you pretty much said it. You nailed it, sweetheart. You nailed it, sweetheart. All right. Thank you for coming next time. I want us men to go last. Go ahead.
Okay. I was just gonna say, this makes me so happy I don't have a sister, because that is family ending, and I would not even care. You know, because I can imagine, like parents saying, "Oh, you should forgive your sister." Being in the middle of it. No, no, that's that's an episode of Snapped right there, because that's how far I would take it. I'm not. That's how far I would. Two bodies, both of you, both of you. Neither one of you escaped that. But the fact that you think, and the only reason, and let's be clear, the only reason why she acting like that is because I imagine they fucked Raw, because only Raw dick make you act like that. Condom dick don't make you act like that. So he hit the reset button in her pussy. That's what that was. He hit the reset button. That's all that is. And so,
go ahead.
Oh my.
but also the fact that you're sitting there, you come into my house, y'all are playing these dangerous games, and if it's me, all it takes is for me to catch one little side-eye glimpse that I'm not comfortable with, and I'm blowing the shit up. And then I imagine if I found out, like if I'm somebody riding and I hear this letter and my husband had even sounds like he meets this physical thing, I'm calling it, I'm tearing up the whole house. I'm tearing up everything, just because it might be y'all doing that. Because there's no excuse for that. That's not your man. That was never your man. And how dare you? Your own sister. This wasn't no stranger. This wasn't no girl that you didn't like. This is your sister. So yeah, that's an instant case. I'm catching the case over that. That's me.
Fellas?
Yeah, I don't know what else to add after that. Both of the ladies knocked it out the park. You know, both of them trifling, you know, but you know, I think who's most, you know, dang, that's tough. I mean, but the husband, I mean, he gave his vows to his wife, you know, so for you to go sleep with your sister-in-law, I hold him a little bit more. That's doggish, man. That's you playing a dangerous game, man. Come on. But the sister, I don't absolve her either, because that's trifling too. That's you gonna do your own blood like that. Both of them need to go. I guess both of them need to go to hell. Let's say that. Both of them need to go to hell. That's about all I can say. That's all I got on it.
Woo, y'all making it hot in here. And you're gonna understand why in a little bit. But go ahead, Bert.
What? Look, man. Both of them are trifling, and it's like you looking for a man like that and what he's into. And look, you are playing a dangerous game when it comes to family and friends. You never want to do that, because that could be life altering, and people can snap, and it can be an issue. You know what I'm saying? But he is trying to pimp on the wrong level. He is pimping on the wrong level, man, and he's feeding her all the nonsense. She must have low self-esteem, because for her to keep falling for that, and then on top of that, that's your sister, that's your blood, like, and you know it's wrong. You know what I want her to do? You know what? She right. Take your ass and go for it, so you can get your ass beat. So go for it.
Go for it.
Should I try it? What? Yeah. Try it and watch how you're gonna get your ass beat by trying. She's gonna beat your ass. She's gonna beat your ass. Look, she's gonna get the family special of number 2. Supersized ass whooping.
She gonna find out fat meat is greasy, huh?
Okay.
And he's not gonna be with her. She gonna blow up the sister spot just to be salty.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Exactly.
He would have left her if he wanted her. He ain't leaving his wife.
Right. You right.
Sometimes they do.
Oh.
So, let me state right off the bat that I've only been married once, and my wife didn't have any sisters. So this was not something I did in marriage. Now, this is something I did in relationships. You know, to be clear, this is something I did in relationships. Now, this is a different me. I've evolved. When I was younger, some of the decisions that I made, I did it regardless of what the consequences was going to be. As I aged, and wisdom and all those things. There's things I did back then that I would never do now, but I was that guy. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because you need to understand the mentality here. When you think about cheaters, and I was a cheater, let's be clear. A lot of times people think you cheat because, oh my God, you just can't help yourself. You cheat out of a convenience, to be honest with you. And so you guys bring up a lot of good points. This is a sister. This is not a friend or anything like that. And I love some of the points you brought out there, McMack, where you talked about, if you even think this kind of fits the bill, there's a lot going on here now, because here's where I look at certain things. Even when you're married, there still has to be boundaries. And I have sat and watched many times in relationships where the walls of boundaries are so blurred because the trust is just a little too much, where that's my sister, but okay, they can go places together and do things together, this and that, and you even see it with friends. The reason why I'm bringing all this up, a lot of times we as men, we cheat out of convenience. There's a scripture in the Bible says that, can a man put fire in his bosom and not get burned? I'm going to ask the panel a question in that regard. Let's say you got your girlfriend, your woman, your whatever, you know what I'm saying? Kenny, Bert, your boy, your best boy. Look, fuck that. Even your brother, you know what I'm saying? If you repeatedly send your wife to the store with your brother, go ahead on with him, babe. In a million years, you might not expecting things to happen, but there comes a point where why you keep putting somebody in that situation. We as human beings, we're imperfect. It doesn't take a lot sometimes. You guys have had an argument the night before. Your woman is real close with your brother and they talk to each other, real good friend. There has to be boundaries. I'm trying to say that, and it goes back to what I said in the previous thing. When that's your best friend, you eliminate leaving room for any outside person to come into play. Because like Tasha was talking about, you should be looking and cognizant enough to see, is there any strange looks, strange, because if you listen to this letter, they're trifling all the way around. You know what I'm saying? The husband rather, and the sister, and for them to be feeling that way. And again, we all realize that should she go with him, look, he fucking out of convenience. He's trifling. He done found some from the first time they did it and she didn't tell, he knew he struck gold. He knew he had a secret keeper in there. And then on top of that, I'm gonna say this: you know what makes sex even better? Taboo sex. Doing some shit that you ain't really supposed to be doing and getting away with it. Hence, free R. Kelly. But anyway, this is the thing that gets us in trouble many times, is because we're able to get away with something, and the fact that he's doing this right under his wife's nose, and they've been thinking about it, and they got a hotel room, and like you said, Tasha, he put the dick on her. He put the smack down on her, and everything. And again, he doesn't love this sister, but she's some convenient free pussy that he can get on the side and getting away with it. And what do we do when we cheat? We tell the bitch whatever she needs to hear. I love you. It should have been you. Blah, 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 blah. But I'm also trying to open up this window a little bit and let you see that a lot can go into creating this situation and making it happen. And so let me wrap this last point up, Tasha. And so I'll say that when I was married, that's why my wife and we had specific rules in place. No man could be in my house when I wasn't there. No man. Not brother, not pastor, no man. Not even her own brother. And I obviously I'm thinking of what happened between her and her brother, but it was just a hard and fast rule. The same applied to me. So even if she wasn't home and a neighbor had an emergency, I can take the phone out to you. You can make a call outside, but it was just certain rules you had in place that the best of friends or whatever, you weren't going to be left. I wasn't going to put my wife in vulnerable situations where, hey, partner, can you take my wife here? No. If I can't take you, sit your ass still. Same way applied to me. You don't want to create situations that can open that door. I'm sorry. Now go ahead, Tasha.
I was just going to say, I disagree with how you started it out with, where you said it's out of convenience and not out of lack of self-control. That is lack of self-control. What you described is lack of self-control. And then also, you mean to tell me that just from listening to you, that it almost seems like that you're kind of blaming, you're placing blame, except on the party who is actively doing it. You can't, like, if I have a reasonable expectation, if I'm going to ask someone, if I had a boyfriend to take a friend of mine home, I have a reasonable expectation that nothing is going to happen. Just on the inside, but this is me. I also will make it known up front. I'm not kidding. I will kill you. Just understand. That is not it's not. I'm not speaking like I will hurt you. Seriously, I will hurt you. So
So
just to
I
set
love
that
it.
boundary up front.
And so I love that. So to answer that, so I'm not blaming the person. I'm letting you know that certain scenarios, if you repeat them and you keep that door open. And the reason why I use the word convenience is I'm talking about me as a predator. That for me, when I met somebody, when I cheated, I didn't go far. I make no mistakes about this. I've always been an old lion. You know what makes the lion the king of the jungle? He doesn't hunt. He's no longer the fastest. He gets to eat first and gets the lionesses, they hunt. He's already ascended the throne. As a lion, you bitches, you go out and you kill something. Let me know when the food is ready and then move aside. Let me eat first. That was my mentality. When I met you, Tasha, I found out 1st
Mhm.
did you have any sisters? If you got no sisters, who are your friends? Let's invite them all over so I can see who I'm going to pick from. Because what I'm looking for is that line. I'm looking for that lame lamb. That girlfriend of yours that's come to our house, that come to our barbecue. I'm looking for the one that, oh, this is nice. Oh my God. I'm looking for that bitch that will slit your throat the moment you turn your back. Because as long as you allow her to come and, oh, that's my good old girlfriend from work, girl, come out here anytime. Lee ain't gonna mind, blah, blah. I thank you for that. Because that's the bitch that I'm gonna hunt down first. So while I'm not blaming you, I'm looking for those weaknesses in the relationship etiquette that is going to mean that I don't have to work that hard. I don't have to go very far. So you've made it convenient for me. So those is why I use those terminologies. And that literally, folks, is how I hunted. Never had to go far. I knew who I was going to be fucking next based on what you presented in front of me. And
You ain't shit. Why would you
well,
then? Why would you ask them? Then that's a situation that you created because you said invite them.
That's why I started at the beginning. I said decisions I made then I wouldn't make now. I had a girlfriend, and one I'm thinking about in particular, I slept with her two sisters, and I did them in rotation. I would take her home. She had two sisters and a mom. I'm fucking them all. I'm fucking them all. But anyway, Hannah, you had a question or a thought?
These men ain't shit.
I'll try to put between what Tasha's saying and what you were saying. I'm going to personally say a story. When you say the convenience and the situation is created, I get where Tasha's coming or I get from coming you. And I personally did not know I created a situation in my past. I had a friend who she would come over in between classes. She would sit there. My son was young. Found out years later that even though my ex-husband was leaving to go to work, they were sleeping together. And within the last 5 minutes, him leaving out and her coming in, never realized. And I was young. I got married young. I told you I was young. Did not know because that was my friend. Now, I did beat her ass on sight when I found out, like literally. And because they used to say I was throwed off. I'm calmer now. I used to fight for no reason. So I am calmer now. And she knew that, but it did not matter because something happened. I don't know what happened. And I'm not being smart, even Bert saw her. She is nothing to.
And Tasha, that's where I'm going with it.
Not
Sometimes
knowing.
it's not even about whether you're attracted to
Me not
perspective.
knowing. So I
And
created something that I didn't know. So
sometimes it's unintentional. How many couples have a pastor or a I don't know the different titles that come in and counsel the couple, and they show up. In my faith, we had brothers who they did what they call shepherding calls on especially new young marriages. It was a thing that we're going to make a shepherding call on this new couple to give them advice on strengthening their marriage. And it was customary for them to show up and discuss scripture, things like that. Well, I refused that. Where other couples, they were okay with that, I was not. And I don't know, maybe in the end, maybe that's why maybe could be a part of why my marriage ended, because we didn't let the brothers this and that. But my thing was, I don't want no other man in that intertwined in my personal business. I'm not going to sit in front of you. You just a man, and me telling you what's going on between me and my wife. And I distinctly even remember at one point when my wife was a virgin when I married her, and I wanted to get some head, and she had been raised to believe that oral sex was a form of bestiality, that only animals did that. So she wanted to bring this matter to the brothers to discuss it scripturally. And I remember telling her, I'm not going to rely on no other man to tell me whether I can get my dick sucked.
Right.
Do it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Now in this case, she didn't want to do it, so I had to go get my dick sucked outside of the marriage. But anyway, I'm just saying, this is a situation where even not purposely, that when you invite somebody, Bert put his glasses on. Sitting here now, all these many years divorced, I'm not with anybody. I see so many things now that I would not repeat. I promise you. And I'm just saying inadvertently. Now, to your point, Tasha, thank you for calling me out on it. I am not saying that the woman was to blame. I'm explaining to you how I hunted and how I used her innocence. And that's exactly what it was. She didn't have a clue that I'm looking at her sisters in that way, but it was out of convenience. It was a convenient situation. I knew that I'm going to pick this person up. I've lived in Fraser. Tasha will know the reference here. And I'm driving to Millington. None of them had cars. I knew that when I dropped her off, her sisters were looking at her with envy. Oh my God, I wish I had somebody to pick me up. And I knew if I said, well, hey, she got to go to work. My girlfriend at the time, she had 3 jobs. So, hey, you want to ride? She didn't suspect her sisters. Nah, I was the wolf. I knew when they climbed in that truck, I was beating that pussy when I got it home. And I was fortunate enough that she kept her mouth closed. So since one sister did it, let me try the other sister. That's literally how the situation went. So it was a convenient situation. DJ, welcome, my brother. He said most churches require counseling before getting married. I don't have a problem with that, the counseling before marriage. I love that you want to give us fortification and fortify us with scriptures. I'm talking about the ongoing shit that you got to be coming in, when I'm not home. I ain't for that. You can't ask that. Exactly. How would I even have done that, DJ? Well, brothers, the reason why y'all here is this is hard to explain. How the fuck was I gonna ask
Hey, Black.
Go ahead.
I got a question for you. When you talk about you and your ex, and when y'all was like, I'm not going to bring in, no females or no males. Did you feel like your ex-wife was easily persuaded, or you just didn't trust
No.
the guy and you didn't want her in that situation?
No.
You can handle herself by saying just no, and
No.
coming back to you or whatever.
No. But truthfully speaking, my ex-wife had the same attitude as Tasha. Mean as a little old rattlesnake, didn't like a whole lot of people anyway. And so that was an easy one. The truth of the matter is, when I think about it, it was more for me. It was to give her a level of security too, because I was a major flirt. She married me as a major flirt. And Tasha, this is a perfect example. I was such a flirt that my wife trusted me way too much. If you ever heard the song by what's the guy? I wish you didn't trust me too much.
Bobby Womack.
Do y'all know the real story behind that song?
Sam Cooke.
Oh my God! Sam Cooke and Bobby Womack were best friends. Bobby Womack was fucking Sam Cooke's wife.
Yep.
The song lyrics are as true can be. He basically is saying in the song, if you listen to the lyrics, I wish he didn't trust me so much. It is accurate. It is true. My wife knew that, he's such a flirt. Her best friend, my wife would get up and go to bed and leave us sitting up in the den drinking. And our best friend had a killer body on there, a killer body out there. You know what? I didn't fuck Yolanda. I wish I had to fuck Yolanda. Ooh, Lord. Yolanda, you got away. Yolanda, you got away. I wanted some of that pussy, but I missed
my Jesus.
But anyway.
Now that's why we need to go on to the next letter. See right there, because of that.
Yeah, he walking down memory lane now.
Yes, y'all took me back a little bit on that one.
No, we didn't.
Bert, I'm blaming you.
Yeah, you blame him because you asked that damn question. Yeah, you.
All right, let's go on to another one. Whew, I tell you, memories is what I got, y'all. All right, let's see what this one is about. All right.
She should not have two good men.
Uh-oh.
Dear Stephen Shirley, I'm a 45-year-old single black female. My best friend is a 55-year-old married female. She and I are on the same dating website. Yes, she's married. Ooh. Recently, she told me that she's fallen in love with one of the guys that she met online. They've been seeing each other for 2 years. Her husband is clueless. He takes care of her. She doesn't have to work, and he is a great provider. On the other hand, the guy that she's in love with is single, and he has no idea that she's married. I also met this guy online right after she did. We went out a few times, and although I knew that he was dating my friend, I don't feel bad because he should be with a single woman like me instead.
Ooh, wait a minute.
I really like this guy, and I know everything about him. I think I'm falling in love with him too. My best friend has no idea. This guy is so kind, and he's a great lover. He is a good black man. My best friend told me that if he ever found out that she was married, he would drop her. I am so tempted to tell him or drop a hint or something to let him know that she's married. I know that won't guarantee he'll be with me, but at least it would free him up for the countless single women that deserve a good man like him. I think my friend should come clean with her husband because he too is a good man. How can I end this mess? I want to tell our boyfriend that she's married. What do you think?
Yeah, I want to tell our boyfriend.
Okay, because you know what? I had to play that a couple of times to make sure that I understood what I was hearing.
She said, I want to tell our boyfriend that she's married.
Right.
You know how ridiculous that sounds.
DJ, you a damn fool. Okay. Yeah, this is who want to go here? There's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on here.
Go ahead, Hada.
Okay. Oh, this is a lot.
What's up, Candace? Yes, this is a
Hey,
mess.
what's up, cousin?
What's up,
Hey. Okay, so I'll start with her. I know this is about to sound crazy. I think she's jealous of her friend.
Okay.
Because you purposely sought after a man who you know your friend is sleeping with. I think she's jealous of her friend. I know this might sound crazy, but I truly think she's jealous of her friend and her friend life. Because why are you blowing up her friend's spot? Even though some things I don't condone with some of my friends and I will check them, I'm not blowing up your spot as your friend. Now, I will get you in your place, but I'm not going to blow up your spot to someone else. That's one. Two, these women that keep saying these good men, that but they out here cheating with y'all and with someone else is crazy. Her logic said he's such a good man. He is sleeping with you and the other woman, and you the only one that know out the whole situation. So he's not really as good as you thought because he's definitely messing with two people. And yeah, I do believe if he found out she was married, he'd be mad. But what if she found out he was married and he stayed and he don't want you? I just think that I feel like that's not her place. Mind your business. As her friend, if you don't condone it, then stop being her friend. If you think that her husband does this and that, and you think that my get back is to be with him and sleep with the man you want, that's stupid because clearly he's still messing with her too. And you think all you do was sleeping with him. She's doing way more than sleeping with the other one. So you're just ass to him. So you telling him you just gonna be somebody else, and I'm pretty sure he's not sleeping with just y'all two if he on that dating app still, because he's still on the dating app, even though he thinks that he's just in a relationship with her friend. So clearly he is not as good as you think, because he wouldn't still be on that app. But I do feel like she's jealous. I do feel like she's delusional, and I just feel like she's wrong for if she decides to go to the either one, the boyfriend or the husband. I feel like it's not your place to go to them. It's my place to check my friend, but it's not my place to go to your spouse.
Okay, I like that. You have a solid stance on where you would be on this. You know, I just had to acknowledge DJ said you would be shocked on how many females' friends smash their boyfriend's exes. Women are trifling nowadays. I agree.
I think the BF he meant best friend. I think he meant best friend with the BF.
Okay, smash their best friend's exes. Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with you 1,000%, DJ. Okay. Who want to make some sense of this mess?
That's where I was gonna go. That was my first thought. Like, where? Because we need to address this because we've had a couple letters now with some shiesty ass bitches. Wherever they are, I don't want to be nowhere near these hoes at all. Because one is your sister, one is your best friend, the next one's gonna be your mama. I don't want to be around none of y'all at all. Like, this is terrible. Like, these are some terrible relationship people. But then I had the same mixed emotions as Hannah does, because on one hand it's like, okay, yes, she's married, but on the other side, like, why would you blow up her spot like that? Like, it's really difficult to be in, but I do think jealous as well. I do. But if your first instinct is, and that you're even considering telling her husband, you two do not need to be friends anymore at all. You that's just for your future relationship, y'all just don't need to be friends anymore. Because if you don't want to have her back, or even have like a little side conversation with her to let her know that, hey, I think it's messed up, like, and tell her that you up here hogging all these men and I can't even get one. Ho, throw me something. Help me out. What am I doing wrong? You're not even having that conversation with her. So that's just my 2 cents.
I'm glad the women went first, because what I'm gonna say is gonna end the show and they're gonna be on my ass. But okay, fellas, what y'all gotta say? Because can't the candy shop? She's in agreement. Yeah,
telling the hubby, not cool. I definitely agree with that. I definitely would say Hannah, I think she hit on some good points. I think the friend is definitely jealous of her married friend because she's got 2 men and she couldn't seem to find one. But then she wanted the one that her married friend got. But y'all all on this app. Isn't there some other dudes on the damn app you could have got? Why you had to get that cat? So I truly believe that she's jealous. Definitely don't tell. You can't go to the hubby. That's that would be whack for you to do that. If you go to anybody, you talk to your girl, but obviously she doing what she want to do anyway. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. But you definitely don't go to that person's spouse. And third, I think old boy wouldn't even mind. He probably wouldn't. He don't care that the woman is married, because guess what? He's getting all the benefits. I think if he found out that she was married, he would rather her be married than be single. Because guess what? I ain't got to do all that other husbandly stuff. I'm just doing what I'm doing. So I think the dude that's winning is the dude that's smashing both of them, and he could care less if the woman he find out she was married or not. So anyway, that's my take.
A lot of good points in there, brother Ken. Candace said, I think she's jealous, which is why she wants to tell her husband.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah.
Okay. Bird, what do you say to this?
Well, she breaking all type of codes. Girl code, guy code, red code, black code. It don't make a difference.
Yeah, all kind of codes.
At the end of the day, you keep your ass, shut your ass up. Shut your ass up. Talk to your girl, pull her collar. If you want to say some things to her, hey, like y'all was saying, maybe she could gain a few tips, for how the way her girlfriend maneuver. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she's doing something a little bit extra in the bedroom that you ain't doing. It's causing him to want to, continue to be with that. Maybe y'all need to hook up and get a threesome going. Who knows? But at the end of the day, stop being so damn greedy. There's other men out there, and let your girl shine. Let her do what she gonna do. If she get caught, that's on her. But don't you be the reason why she get caught. Shut your ass up.
All right, I'm getting ready to go, y'all. Candace said, yes, Bert, she needs to mind her black ass business. Bert, you used a word you said about the code. I wrote a 2-part article called The Code. And the code in the article, it talks about the differences between men and women and how they operate within the code. Now, what I'm about to say henceforth, this is my views only, and you're welcome to jump in on that ass if you want. I got broad shoulders, I can handle it. Tasha, you started out by saying where they finding all these trifling bitches at, oh my God, blah, 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 blah.
Right, yeah.
You ain't got to look far. That's who women are. In my personal, humble opinion. That's who women are. I think the great big myth here is that, women are some kind of, in some way that they're respectful of the relationships and they want you, the girl, to have the best. I completely disagree. And that's what the article talks about. You know what I'm saying? Chris Rock famously told a joke one time, and it was the truest thing in the world to me. He said how when your boy finds a good woman and you tell your boy, we have example of it right now. We got in the bottom left-hand corner, our boy has found his one. He gonna marry this woman coming up in a few weeks. As men, we couldn't be happier. We couldn't be prouder. In fact, we out here on the search, me and Kenny trying to find somebody similar. Damn, how in the world did, brother, I'm proud of you. Give me hope. You know what I'm saying? There's still good women out there. And we're sitting and admiring from afar the qualities that you found to take on a wife. And if we physically hung out, with him, you know what men do as a code? If we saw him going in the wrong direction, we gonna tighten him up. Mm-hmm. Yo, no, you can't, man. Right. Take your ass home. You got a good woman. Believe it or not, that's man code. That's true. So where y'all call men a dog, where y'all think
that's true.
Let me finish. That's why I said you can get on my ass afterwards. But whether y'all know it or not, as doggish as we might be, and I'm talking about when the man has found the one. I ain't talking about just trifling bitches he fucking. We are genuinely happy for that man. And whether you women know it or not, we in your corner. We actually trying to tell that boy not to do bad, take your ass home. You got a good woman at home. You shouldn't be doing this and doing that. You nasty, filthy, no good bitches, y'all are the exact opposite. When y'all go tell y'all bestest of friend, girl, I got this good man and he treat me well. Your best friend, she will cut your fucking throat to get with him. Chris Rock says, she doesn't say, I want to get me a man like that. Chris Rock says, she says, no, I got to get him. And so when I listen to this story, y'all are right in a sense jealous. You are 100%. This trifless bitch is watching her friend. And this should tell you, she's not her friend. If she was her real friend, the fact that she's married and they on a date line, the dating site together, she's rubber stamping this bitch cheating on her man anyway. So that's not her real friend. She hoping she get caught, hoping she get tripped up. Yep. It's not a matter about blowing up the spot and this and that. The thing of it is, y'all make a good point. Out of all, like you said, there's not other men on this site. you went out and you found the same dude so that y'all can swap, spit, common sex, and share the same dick. And like I said, you sitting back and wondering, what is it she doing that I'm not doing? But it's woman code. It's woman code. And that's, believe it or not, how a lot of y'all get down. And so I opened in news for some of you that may not think so. Miss Hunter, some of these chicks, I ain't gonna call them bitches, you know, some of these chicks that's gonna be standing up at your wedding, don't watch your back. Watch your back. Because if the opportunity presents itself, yes indeed, they will slip and fall on some dick. You know,
I refuse to believe. I refuse to believe that there's more women out there like that than how Hannah and I are. I refuse to believe that. It's a lot of trifling bitches out there. I refuse to believe it's more bad than good. I refuse.
I love it. Thank you, DJ. DJ said facts. And thank you for that. And that's where, and so that's where we as men, we get a bad rap. As trifling and as doggish as we can be. And I mean this with all sincerity. There is a guy code for real, Tasha. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Where, believe it or not, we want to see a man in a good, stable relationship. Even if we're trifling, we want to see it. And we will go to extended lengths to try to tell that other man that, you know what, nah, you fucking up, man. You know,
right.
Tasha, you know,
I've done that. I've done that many times. Told my dudes, like, hey, dude, you effing up, bro.
Thank you.
Nah,
Thank
man.
you.
You
I
can't rock like that.
Believe that if stories that we see on social media that go viral are of men who are out with other men who are not checking them, and then come to find out these men are married. So again, I mean, there's more stories of men than women doing that, being caught up in those situations.
And I'm gonna leave it here because this is a fascinating topic, and that's why I said I know it was gonna be controversial.
Yo, it's definitely controversial.
And I love that you're adamant in your beliefs, Tasha. But I'm just telling you, and I want to close out by some of these comments. DJ said, I've smashed plenty of friends. 98% of women are bums.
Nah, DJ, I can't rock with you on that. 98, nah, DJ.
Block DJ. He's blocked. He's blocked.
That's okay. Han said, y'all will let a man cheat, then come eat the wife dinner. That's why I'm sharing them. I want to get them all in. Jesus said, Bert, how many of her friends have approached you?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Somebody.
Candace says facts.
Block DJ. Somebody block DJ. He's starting shit. Somebody block him.
Yeah, DJ. DJ lighting the fire.
What you say?
I'm gonna blink once for help, twice that I'm okay.
There you go. That's a smart man.
Right.
Don't you dare answer that Mother Hubbard question, brother.
Answer DJ question.
Yeah. No, don't you answer that. Don't you answer that, Bert.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the brother. See how they came to my aid, bro. Don't even do that. If you already know, don't even think. That's how we roll.
There you go.
Thank you, brother.
Even a married woman is telling you, Bert, don't do it. That's my peoples right there. All right. This is, as you see, man, this subject can take you places that you didn't expect to go. I love it. But we are sadly at the end, want to have a little fun. Kenny, tell them where they can find this show and keep on coming back if you enjoyed it. And you can find other shows just like this one and some with the content just as good and better.
Yeah. We had a great show as always. I think those strawberry letters, you guys gotta probably try to make that kind of like a segment, a constant. Make that a segment. Okay. Maybe 10-minute segment, you guys. I think people really dig that part. But you can find your host, Black and Tasha every Wednesday and Sunday night. On Sundays, you can catch them here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Central Time. And then on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On Sundays, again, a little bit more lighthearted, probably a little bit more of the relationship topics. Just never know what you're going to get with Black and Tasha on Sunday. Then on Wednesdays, a little bit more stuff that make you think. Don't necessarily have to think like us, but want to make you think. You can catch them on Sundays and Wednesdays. Now, on Fridays and Sundays, you can catch the Real Estate Insider with Lamar Falk. On Friday nights, you can catch him, I believe, around 8:30, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. He's going live, showing you celebrity homes. Sometimes he even have a guest. You just never know. You could be a guest if you're interested. You hit him up. Catch him on Fridays. And then on Sunday nights, tonight, make sure you check him out after the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I believe he comes on at maybe 9 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight. Go over to the Real Estate Insider on YouTube. Check him out. He's going to be live showing you celebrity homes as well. Then on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, you can catch Rue and the fellas. That's Charles Moore and Dwayne Martin. They're talking trending topics about entertainment, news, sports, and whatever else is going on their channel. And that's Rue Late Night with Rue. You can catch them on their YouTube channel. Then on Monday nights at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, it's a TFG Tonight with your host, Brenton Haynes, myself, and yours truly, up top, Lee Black and Devin Devine. We all are on the panel. We're talking sports, politics, news, whatever's trending. You can catch us on TFG Tonight with Brenton Haynes on YouTube at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Then on Tuesday nights, TFG Sports Media Channel on YouTube. Yours truly, I'm your sports guy, Kendrick. You can catch me 30 p.m. Central Standard Time, talking sports, giving it to you straight with no chaser. And also a new show that just came back on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's the Wrap Up with Lamar Falk and Charles Moore. Them boys get raw. Again, I think I said this other time. If you saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost, you probably don't want to watch that show at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you do, just throw some olive oil on you and pray. Say your prayers a little longer that night before you go to bed. So you catch them at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on Tuesdays. That is the Wrap Up with Charles and Lamar. Then on Wednesday nights, Forgive Us Later. This guy that was over here in the comments causing all this ruckus, he's part of that panel. DJ Sullivan, Lamar Falk, Charles Moore, Forgive Us Later. Them cats come on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Those guys get raw and nasty and raunchy. Again, to my Christian friends, my brothers and sisters, get that blessed oil out. If you're going to watch them, you're going to pray for them. And throw some on your computer screen and your phone, too, after you watch it, because you're going to have to go shake all that stuff off of that. So you can find something. Oh, we do have some Christian stuff, too. Tuesday nights, Minister Val, you can catch her at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Pearls and Wisdom on her YouTube channel. Check her out. We aren't all heathens on this channel, just to let you know. So come to TFG. We got something for everybody. It's Black-owned programming. It's Black-owned. Come support, like, subscribe to all the channels. We'll appreciate your support. That's all I got, Black. And happy born day again to my beautiful granddaughter, Anila Deshaun Mitchell. Yeah. She turned a big age. Yeah, I think she cake wasted right now. She's a little tipsy off of that cake. So hopefully we can get her home. All right, that's it. I'm out.
You can't listen to no parts of this, baby.
No. No, I fast forward to it. She'll get the beginning and then she'll get the end. Yeah, there you
go. We applaud you, baby. As you see on TFG, we got you from heaven to hell. You know, we got something for you. Love you. I want to thank DJ Sullivan. I want to thank Candace from the Candy Shop. And then I, of course, want to thank the family. Getting up and coming in with me, sharing a little bit of the Sunday, it sends me off in the best possible way to enjoy the rest of my Sunday. So for Kenny in Dallas, for my sister and brother, Hannah and Bert in North Carolina, and my best friend on this mother hubbing planet, Miss Tasha in Memphis, Tennessee. We want to thank you all for being a part of another edition of Real Talk for Real Men. Keep talking, keep it honest, and keep it real. God bless and everybody have a great week.
Peace out.